Good evening, Mavrodians. I'm Herlin, participating in MMM. As we know, our last webinar was very successful, and today, I also hope that this webinar will also be successful. The topic of this webinar is about the background of MMM. As we know that MMM unites the whole world, the motive of MMM is not only to think about one people, two people, a dozen of people, or a group of people, but to think about the whole world. As we know, whole world is passing through poverty and unemployment, which is very, very bad, for sure. And as we know that the money is the major cause of surviving in these days. Without money, we cannot survive. So we can consider that the money is the root cause of each and every problem. To end this problem, to ruin this all and make people survive from this problem, Mr. Sergei Mavrodi introduced MMM in Russia in 1989. And in a very less period of time, it got very much popularity, and Mavro was the currency introduced by Mr. Mavrodi. Soon, the people started purchasing Mavro with rubles, currency of Russia. Soon the Russian government found that everyone was doing transaction with Mavro rather than rubles. They were feared from his system, whereas people were very happy and overjoyed by the system. It was like a stock market. The rate of Mavro was consequently increasing as all were purchasing only Mavro. Soon 1/3 of Russia's money disappeared as they all started buying Mavro and all the rubles were collected in the big jars. People were getting interest up to 1000% on the money, which is very, very big, which means that if someone purchasing Mavro of $1, he will be getting Mavro of $1,000. It's unbelievable, but it actually happened in Russia. Then the government made a plan to close the system with an urgency, and they started planning how to close the system. Because they were feared that Mr. Mavrodi is a very genius person, and soon he will be the most powerful select of Russia. And the government powers will turn to zero, so they finally sent an arrest warrant for Mr. Mavrodi and arrested him by shutting the system. Government found 17 tanks of 40 feet filled up to the top, only with dollars and rubles. As the government knew that Sergei is a powerful person with a powerful thinking, that's why he introduced the plan and started his currency on the place of 1/3 of the currency of Russia, which is not a small achievement. When Sergei was arrested, at that time people started rallies on road. They fought for Sergei to make him out of the jail, but the government didn't bail him because they knew that to make him free will create a trouble for the government. In 2008, he came out of the jail and he was a good author. Also, he started writing books and also he started thinking that what was his weak point regarding the shot of MMM in 90s. Then he thought that the main weak point was that he was collecting all the money from people and people was showing their trust. That's why they submit their money and started purchasing Mavro, and soon he thought not to collect money with him, either to make this money to circulate among people so that no one can shut this system. So he started this distributing the money among people, and people now who wants to provide help, and they provide help to those who wants to get help. Once the people who was doing provide help wants to get help, so someone another who wants to provide help comes to them and help them. So now all works like this. That's why MMM is now unstoppable. Now MMM can be stopped by anyone, as now Saja Maflodi is not running MMM. We are running MMM. MMM is the power. MMM is not the MLM. MMM is not the scam. And now I'm very happy to announce that MMM has now touched more than 65 countries with MMM Nigeria, which is a great achievement. According to Mr. Saja Maflodi, the world is like a theater where each and everyone is supposed to get each seat, but it's not happening like that. Everyone is not getting their seats. Some people are occupying 10,000 seats, 50,000 seats, and majority of the people are still standing. This story realities with our economic system, where some are having millions, billions of dollars, whereas on the other hand, some people even don't have a bite of chapati to eat, which is totally unfair. Saja Maflodi started MMM 2011 with a dream that in the coming years, no one will be poor. Everyone will be occupying their own seat. Just think, Saja Maflodi was having this much money, very much money in 90s. He can also think to run away, but this is not his plan. His plan is to change the world. Saja Maflodi is living in a small flat. He doesn't think that he should lead a luxurious life because he's the admin of MMM. He don't think that way. He says that in MMM there is no boss and no employee. Everyone is having the same status. There is no system that tells his bad past to people. But we think that if we are participating in MMM, so you should know the past of MMM. Saja Maflodi says that currency is just the mean of exchange. The value of the currency should be understood by two people who are doing transaction. The other one have no reason to stop them. For instance, if Mr. William gives a piece of feather to Mr. John and asks to give him a brand new Android phone, and then Mr. John agreed to it, then the third person has nothing to interfere because Mr. John and Mr. William is giving a worth to that piece of feather. If Mr. William understood the value of that feather and Mr. John doesn't know the value, then Mr. John will never give the mobile on the piece of feather to them, as the value of feather is only understood by only one, not by both. And in return, Mr. John will say or will be laughing, if you want, you can make a call from my mobile, but we'll never give you this phone instead of that feather. Like the same, the government had given some value to the currency that is understood by everyone, so it works. Else, there's nothing different in the piece of note or coin. It doesn't have any gold coverings or something special, but it's just a mutual understanding. Like the same, MMM is the mutual understanding among people around the world. That's why MMM is running very smooth in Indonesia, Russia, Malaysia, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, China, Singapore, etc. And now in Nigeria. It is the golden opportunity to you people. So go ahead and understand the system from our leaders who are promoting this system in Nigeria. Their name and contact number is mentioned in the description of the video. MMM is also in politics in Russia. Leaders of MMN had also made their party in Russia and now working hard to win the election. If you know, 2 years ago, there was a news on TV that millions of dollars are being spent to find that whether water is there on Mars or not. And at the same time, we got news that in South Africa, majority people were dying to thirst and presence of no water. Is that fair? That's why we are making a common community to help others, so that we should also get help in our bad times. How it would be if someone works so long and get only $30 or $40 per month? And how it would be if he do his work as well as do MMM and get $150 till $200 from MMM as well as the $30 to $40 from his work. How nice it would be, isn't it? Everyone has the greed, and one day will come when their greed will be fulfilled. That day is my request. If you find any hungry poor, please make him feed. Because I know if you participate in MMM, you want to change this world. You also wanted to finish unemployment. Be a leader and join us. If everyone has 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, 1 heart, and 1 brain, then why don't we have the same money? We have to clear this poorness, not only from Nigeria, but from the whole world. Are you coming with us? MMM gives you 50% monthly compounding interest. So why don't you join it? If you are still fear, then try us with a small amount like 200 naira, 300 naira, 500 naira, 1000 naira. Once you got your payment back, you will feel good, and then your belief will develop, and then the time will come when you will make deposit with your own will. We will never stop. We will never run. We just have to work and change the world. Because our good future will not come to us. We have to work towards it and reach it. There is one more good news. There is one more good news for you. We have opened our website www.mmmnigerian.weebly.com. You can visit there and read more about us. You can be updated with our news, which is directly given on our website. Please go ahead, at least listen to us, read our plans and motives before ignoring or rejecting it. So, this is all about. Visit us on our website www.mmmnigerian.weebly.com. Like us on our Facebook www.facebook.com/mmmnigeria. Subscribe us on YouTube www.youtube.com/mmmnigeria. Long live MMM. Long live MMM. Long live MMM. We can do a lot.